We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Kamaru Usman shuts down the short notice fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov. Ever since Belal Muhammad pulled out of UFC 310, fans started talking about Usman stepping in to face Shavkat, and Usman even showed interest in the fight. But now, it seems this fight won't happen at UFC 310. Recently, on the latest episode of his Pound for Pound podcast, Usman said he won't fight Shavkat on short notice.
To be honest, it's a fight that I've looked at, and I know it's definitely a very, very winnable fight, and I know that I can, of all people, go out there and expose what hasn't been exposed in a young, hungry, streaky guy in Shavkat Rakhmonov. He's very talented, he's very, very good, but I do see the holes, and I think that I can exploit that when that time is right. But December 7th might be a little too early for that time. So, yeah. That's where I'm at with it.
I like that.
Dana White reveals plans for Khamzat Chimaev. After Khamzat's impressive victory over Robert Whittaker, he's now on the verge of a title shot. Related to this, Dana White confirmed that Chimaev will fight in the USA in 2025, and it'll be for the title.
Dana, what about, let me just jump around a little bit. How impressive was my guy Chimaev at UFC 308? You know I love him. How impressive was he to you, and what's next for him?
Yeah, no, he looked incredible. And, you know, his manager was telling me before the fight that mentally, physically, and emotionally, he's the best he's ever been. He said, I'm telling you, wait till you see him on Saturday. And he was right. He was dead on. This guy's never looked better, especially against the competition that he had. I'm looking forward to him getting the title fight in 25.
So what's next? Who specifically is next for him?
We'll see how this plays out here, but I want him to fight in the United States. I want him to fight for a title here in the U.S.
Chael Sonnen has some words about Stipe Miocic and Jon Jones.
You have the greatest heavyweight of all time, and then you have the greatest fighter of all time, who has only lost one time by me when I ripped his toe off.
One of the nastiest foot injuries I've ever seen.
They're talking about revisiting fights. They're talking about at 12-6, and they're going to relook at that. They relook at that when I threw his toe into the audience, and people were screaming in horror. The greatest heavyweight ever versus maybe the greatest ever who only lost to me. Jon Jones brings this up. I have never ducked anyone except Chael Sonnen on short notice, and we all know why. Did he compliment me? I don't think he did. But I don't know where the insult is. I'm not ducking Tom Aspinall. The only fight I've ever ducked is Chael Sonnen on short notice, and we all know why. I know I'm getting put down. What am I getting put down about? I don't know. I assumed it was this because I'm better than Chael. I assumed, but that's what we're looking for as fighters. We're not looking for somebody to push us. We're not even looking for somebody to beat us. So if that's not the interpretation, then there is an ever so small chance that he paid me a compliment. Could that be? Aside from that, it was an honest answer.
Max Holloway wants a rematch with Charles Oliveira. Following his loss at UFC 308, Holloway has begun considering options for his next fight. In a recent YouTube video, Holloway shared his interest in a rematch with Charles Oliveira. For those who don't know, Oliveira and Max Holloway fought during a Fight Night event in 2015, where Holloway knocked down Oliveira in the first round. Now, once again, Max is showing interest in a rematch with him.
I heard Oliveira said he wanted to go for the BMF. That's pretty cool. And Oliveira, I know we have some history, and I know that if that fight was ever offered to me, brother, it'd be an honor to share the octagon with you, bro. You're a beast.
UFC fighters took on the emoji reaction challenge.
Can you get a pass?
I'm not shocked enough. I don't think I'm ever going to do this one.
Dana White breaks silence on why Jon Jones isn't fighting Tom Aspinall. Recently, Dana appeared on the Jim Rome show where Jim asked him the real reason why Jon is avoiding Tom. Here's how Dana responded.
Dana, bottom line, is he ducking Aspinall?
For anybody to say he's ducking anybody, Jon Jones is like 37, 38 years old. He's fought everybody. He's fought all the best in the world in their prime, been doing it since he was 23 years old. He doesn't duck any, and he's undefeated. He's never lost a fight, which is unbelievable in like 16 years.
Why do you think he does not want to fight him? He actually gave a reason, Dana. His reason is he doesn't want to do business with Aspinall, quote, he's just an a-hole, bro. I mean, is that how it is, Dana? Is it because he's an a-hole and he disrespected Jon?
That is classic Jon Jones right there. Classic Jon Jones. Jon will do what he does on Saturday. If he wins, you know, like I said, he'll disappear for a while. You know, the competitive spirit will start bubbling up again. Then money will talk. If he doesn't decide to retire, he absolutely, positively fights Aspinall.
Not Pereira.
He's not fighting Pereira.
Is this what it comes down to, Dana? He retires or he fights Aspinall?
Aspinall was a middleweight that moved up to light heavyweight. He's also a kickboxer who has done very, very well in MMA. His wrestling isn't even near the level of Jon Jones, and Jon Jones is way bigger than him. If Jon Jones wants to fight again after Saturday night, he will fight Tom Aspinall.
Seems like Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira is happening. Recently, Ankalaev disclosed that Dana White has informed him that Alex Pereira is set to be his next opponent. On his X handle, Ankalaev posted this. He wrote, "Dana White told my team, I'm next for Alex. Thank you for clearing this up today." Renato Moicano has a plan for what he will do if the UFC fires him.
I'm not gonna talk shit about ONE FC because we never know, right?
No.
Let's say one day UFC kick me out, I'm gonna be looking for another job. I cannot burn the bridge, right?
But
and say ONE FC. Imagine one day Dana White is mad at you and say, hey, Gilbert Burns,
But
kick your then
but think about
what
it.
you gonna do, my brother? You're gonna talk about potential.
I will.
Huh?
I will. I'll burn everything. I don't care. These guys, Streeting Buchecha, Adriano
You know why
Moraes,
you know why
everybody.
this is running his mouth like that? Because Bitcoin is 89K, my brother. That's why. You know?
No, but honestly,
I'm going to
now,
Dana White, and
hey.
if Dana White talk to me and say, hey, watch your mouth, kid. Bitcoin is 89K, okay? don't push Money Moicano too much. Otherwise, I'm not gonna fight, my brother. I don't need that.
But you know what?
I have 2 jobs. God bless Bitcoin, my brother. God bless Bitcoin.
UFC fans took shots at Jon Jones. Last night during the UFC 309 press conference, fans trolled Jones, and one fan wore a duck costume to mock him for not fighting Tom Aspinall. Take a look.
First scenario, he said, my kids will never look at me like I'm an ass. That was a direct attack on me and my family and my relationship with my kids. Second attack was him calling me a